Well, first, thanks for inviting me, Jim. Appreciate
Sure.
that. And also, congratulations on your 100th
Thank you
show.
very much.
Major milestone. Well done. I want to talk about what we're doing right now. I was thinking about the various things that we have on our plate to do and the things that we're doing. And one of the things that really comes to mind is as the department is moving more and more to consolidation. The consolidation of data centers is a key piece within DoD. It's a scenario that is affecting every service, every component, all the way down almost to the desktop, if you will, from an end user perspective. And so one of the things that we have, and it's on my plate, is from the DISA perspective, how do we consolidate data centers within DoD? DISA was given the mission to provide the core data centers for DoD, and with the mission of migrating end user applications that are out there in the services into the core data centers. A pretty monumental task if you think about it when you look at all the services and all the variety of applications that are out there. And so how do you establish core data centers? How do you build them so that they're redundant, they're reliable, et cetera? But more importantly, how do you structure it in a way so that you are easing the implementation and the migration of the capabilities into the data centers so that it's a process that runs smoothly and that it has the capability that the end users and the system owners are looking for. And so what we did was we spent a lot of time looking at what is needed, and we really came down to starting with the simplistic idea that let's look at providing infrastructure as a service as a core offering that is the foundational element that allows us to virtualize everything going into the data centers. We can maximize our footprint. We can maximize the use of the IT and the capabilities that are there, and do it in such a way that we provide a standardized platform for all of these disparate applications to fall in on. It was the only way to do that in a way that was going to be timely, cost-effective, and really ensure that the performance and the capabilities that those users have come to know, it was going to be there after they made the transition. But we all know that everybody has their own pet IT capability, their own pet solution, their own pet operating system. So how do you come up with one solution? So we basically said, if you're going to be moving to the DEX, we're going to define what that standard is.
Right.
And we're going to define it up front, and we call this thing MilCloud, which is our virtualized infrastructure. And we have published, we're in the process of publishing all the standards as well as the rate structures, et cetera, for this standardized offering so that everybody that has an application that's moving to DoD has a cheat sheet, if you will, in front of them that says, here's the technical details, here's what you're going to fall in on, here's the communications infrastructure you're going to have to leverage, here's the capabilities, here's how you can scale the capability out beyond just a particular footprint, and at the same time, do it in a way that is, I won't call it inexpensive, but I'll say it is competitive with industry in terms of providing IT infrastructure as a service. And then do that in a way that leverages all the investments that we've made over the years in our security infrastructure at the enterprise computing centers so that we have a redundant and a consistent way of applying security measures across the architecture. And by doing that, we really are bringing everything together in one place at one time and give a consistent way for these application owners to move their capabilities into an environment, understand what they're going to get, understand what the support structure is, the IT infrastructure, the security infrastructure, and be riding our DISA backbone for high-speed communications across DoD.
Right.
And this is being done worldwide, so it's not just in one location. It is at all of our enterprise computing centers that we have there in DISA.
Yeah, it's interesting because, you know, we've talked for years about getting the folks, the program folks and the people in the field to stop worrying about IT. And it sounds to me like what you have with the standardized, almost like a menu offering here. Here it is. You make your selections, we'll put it in place, and you can use it to meet your mission objectives.
Absolutely.
Now, how about challenges for you and maybe some lessons learned along the way?
So challenges is getting people to divest themselves of the box hugger mentality. You know, it won't work unless it's sitting under my desk. So that's one thing, but I would say really one of the more important things was the cost aspect. When you work in a working capital fund, you have to basically recover your costs for everything. And so how do we provide a capability that is inexpensive, recovers all of our costs, but more importantly, we get compared to things like Amazon Web Services and commercial offerings.
Right.
And so everybody wants to compare what is DoD doing to this scorecard coming out of Amazon that's, you know, nickels on the dollar, so to speak.
Right.
So our challenge was to meet that scorecard that comes out of Amazon. And I will tell you that we briefed the DoD CIO a couple of weeks ago, right before Christmas, and we gave her the cost for this infrastructure that is comparable with commercial
Terrific.
cloud services.
Terrific. Great, great points, great lessons.